Hi everybody and welcome back to Love English with Leila and Sabrah. I'm Sabrah, I'm a British university teacher and today I have a lesson for you all about 10 phrasal verbs with the preposition down. Now I made this video because last time I made the video about phrasal verbs with up. And I said to you in that video, which preposition would you like me to do next? And you asked for down. So that's why we're doing 10 phrasal verbs, all with the preposition down. Now, as I said previously, with regards to up tends to be when we want something to be more. For example, liven up means please be more active, be more lively. Now with down, it's the opposite. We can't say liven down. English is not that simple. But when we do say something down, we mean we want something to be less. We would like less of that thing. For example, calm down means please be calmer, be less active, be less stressed. Please calm down. So up and down with phrasal verbs work like this. Number 1, break down, break down. Now, phrasal verbs often have 2 or more meanings. This one has 2 meanings. So sometimes when a phrasal verb has 2 meanings, I will explain to you both of them. It's like 2 for the price of 1. So, break down. Now, this means something is not working. It's not functioning, it's collapsed, or there's some kind of problem. So, for example, your car can break down. This is a mechanical failure. Your dishwasher can break down. Again, a mechanical failure. So we frequently use it with these things. Oh, my car's broken down. I needed to call the emergency services because my car broke down. The second meaning is where we talk about a relationship or a system or something between people not working anymore. We can say that this is broken down. So if 2 people are not getting on anymore, their relationship is not working, you can say their relationship has broken down. Their relationship has broken down. Number 2. Now, I mentioned this one previously, but I want to go into a little bit more detail about it. And it is to calm down, to calm down. Now, this can be used for people or for things. For example, you can say to your friend, if she's stressed, you can say, calm down, everything's going to be okay. And this means be calmer. But you can also use this about things. For example, you can say, the weather has calmed down. There was a storm last night, but now it's raining less, it's less windy, it's calmed down. So it's for people and things, and of course also animals. I'm always hoping my dog will calm down. He's always barking, and I'm always telling him to calm down. Number 3, to put down. So to put down means physically to put something down. So to put the pen down on the table, to put down the dinner, to put down something. So it's quite simple in that sense. But the second meaning is a bit different. So when we say to put down someone, we can of course mean someone who is smaller, for example, a child. Children often will say, put me down, if they are being carried by their parent. But the other meaning is not as literal, it's not physical. The other meaning is when we put somebody down, we make them feel bad about themselves. For example, we make negative comments about them, or we insult them, or someone can of course do this to us. So for example, your brother might make jokes in front of his friends and say that you are not good at maths. And you can say to him, don't put me down, don't put me down, you're putting me down. So making someone feel bad about themselves. To put someone down. I'm sure we've all been in this situation before where someone puts us down, or maybe we have not been very nice and we've put someone down and maybe said something negative about them, often in front of other people. So this is more embarrassing for them. So it's not a nice thing to do, everybody, so don't do that. Number 4. Now this one has a very positive meaning, but it also has a negative meaning, 2 very different meanings. This is to get down, to get down. Now the first meaning is get down, get down, get down, get down. Can you guess? It means to enjoy yourself on the dance floor, to dance a lot, to get down. In the Michael Jackson song, the Thriller, I'm sure you know this song, Thriller, it says, "And those whoever can be found without the soul for getting down," meaning you need to dance a lot, enjoy yourself, to get down. The second meaning, however, is quite negative, and it means to feel sad, to feel low, to get down. For example, at this time of year, the weather is not very good, and I can sometimes get a bit down. I can get down because the weather is not very good and I like the sunshine, so it can make me feel a bit depressed or a bit low. Other things can get you down. Maybe your football team's recent performance is getting you down and you wish they'd just win a match. That might get you down. So it's not a permanent situation, it's just when we feel a little bit depressed, to get down. What gets you down? Please tell me about it in the comments. I would like to know about that. What gets you down? Number 5, hold down, hold down. And this again, it has a physical meaning and a less physical meaning. So to hold down means literally to hold something down. So imagine that it is windy. You might need to hold down your paper or your book so it doesn't blow away in the wind, to hold down. We can hold someone down. For example, you could say the police had to hold down the thief to stop him escaping. The police had to hold down the thief to stop him escaping. And this means physically not let him move. So to hold down. Now, the meaning that isn't physical is when we want to keep something. We manage to keep hold of something in our lives. Normally, we use this about a job. So if you hold down a job, you keep the job, even if there were some difficulties. So for example, you could say, my mother held down her job, even though she had 3 children. This means she kept her job, even though, so as well, she was looking after 3 children. Or you could say, my dad held down his job, even when he was ill. So he kept his job. So to hold down a job or to hold down a career, it means to keep something even when there are difficulties. Number 6. This is to back down, to back down. And this is where, in a situation where there is conflict or where people are being aggressive to each other, where one of these people or one of these groups of people decides to come out of the conflict. They decide that they will not be aggressive anymore, even if they think they are right. They will come out of this and they will say, okay, I'm wrong or I'm sorry, and they will come back from this. So it's something that often happens between family members, in relationships, but it can also happen between companies. For example, if you're complaining about a company, you might be trying to sue the company, which means taking them to a court, so legally trying to get money back for something that you think they have done wrong to you. And if you are trying to do this, but you feel that it's not going to be successful, you could back down, which means you could stop this and say, okay, I think you were wrong, but in this case, I won't pursue this anymore. I won't carry on with this more aggressive behavior. Number 7, to settle down. Now this means to have a calmer lifestyle, to start to have perhaps a more routine lifestyle. So often we say we settle down when we've got married or we have children. So we've settled down, we're not as young and perhaps our life is not as changeable as it used to be. You can also use this with, for example, if a person is a little bit stressed or things like that, you can use settle down in a similar way to calm down. You can say, settle down. If they are getting a bit stressed or even a bit aggressive, you can say, whoa, settle down. So it's similar in that sense. To settle is to be more calm or more relaxed, more stable. So settle down. Number 8. We have 2 meanings here, and this is the phrasal verb to turn down. To turn down. So this can mean to turn down the volume. For example, if you're playing the radio or the television, you can say, oh, please turn it down. Please turn down the volume. And this means please make the volume lower. The second meaning, however, is to say no to an invitation or to something that somebody has offered you. So, for example, if someone says, would you like to come for dinner with me? And you say, no, thank you, you have turned them down. You've said you would not like to. So to turn down. It can also be in the case of, for example, a job opportunity. If someone offers you a job but you decide, I don't want to take that job, you can turn them down. So it's a general thing where we say no to an offer or an invitation. Number 9, to knock something down. To knock down. So to knock down means to take something down, to literally physically knock it down. For example, you can knock down a wall. So normally you would need something quite big to knock down the wall. It means to destroy it, to remove it completely, to knock something down. Old buildings often get knocked down. After a long time, they are not useful anymore, so somebody knocks them down. So finally, number 10. We got there, everybody. It took us quite a long time, but we've arrived at number 10. This is look down on, to look down on. And this is a little bit of a negative phrasal verb. And it means that someone can think they are superior to another person. So to look down on someone means that you think you are better than that person. For some reason, you think that you are richer, cleverer, more good-looking, but you make this obvious to the person, you make this clear. So it's not very nice, so to look down on someone. So people often complain about this. They might say, oh, the rich people in my street, they look down on us because we're not as rich as them. Or someone at work might look down on you. They might think that you are not in such a high position as them, so they might look down on you and not treat you as an equal, to look down on someone. Right, guys, that was our 10 phrasal verbs with down. If you haven't watched my video on 10 phrasal verbs with up, go and watch that now. Please leave a comment, try and use these phrasal verbs. Once you start to use them, you'll remember them. They are very common, so please leave a comment and I promise that I will have a look at that and check that you are saying it correctly. Remember, guys, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, click that red button. We really want to have you with us more often. Share this video if you liked it, and of course you can follow us on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Please join us on those social media networks for more Love English fun. Finally, if you're feeling in the mood for some grammar and you would like to learn about the grammar of phrasal verbs, so which phrasal verbs are separable and which are inseparable, and where to put the object in the separable phrasal verbs, go and watch Leila's fantastic video on the grammar of phrasal verbs. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Hope to see you soon.